YNW Melly remains behind bars after being denied bail following his February 13 arrest by the Myanmar Police Department on double murder charges for fatally shooting two of his best friends and fellow YNW crew members, Christopher Juvie Thomas Jr. and Anthony Sack Williams. According to court documents obtained by Billboard on Wednesday, February 27, police are alleged that Melly and his accomplice Courtland Henry attempted to stage the October 26 killing as a drive-by shooting. Investigators have concluded that they believe shots rang out from inside the Jeep Compass that Courtland drove both Sack and Juvie to the hospital in, rather than bullets coming from the outside, which Courtland originally told authorities. Evidence from the autopsy revealed that both victims' wound paths to their heads were from a left to right direction. The docs reportedly read, "This direction contradicts the statement made by Henry and do not support the statements of a drive-by shooting that occurred on the right side of the vehicle." YNW Melly arrested faces double first-degree murder charges of best friends. Melly and Courtland will remain in Broward County Jail for the foreseeable future until their cases are brought to trial. Before the death of Sack and Juvie in October, Melly got both of their names actually tattooed on his face. The 19-year-old has also been linked to shooting of Vero Beach deputy Gary Chambliss in 2017 by law enforcement. Since the mixed personalities artist was arrested, his murder on Mind Track was skyrocketed to number 13 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. Melly's attorney has no comment at this time. Following his release from ICE detainment early in February, 21 Savage is shifting his focus back to being a role model in the Atlanta community. On Wednesday, February 27, Savage launched his bank account campaign, which will put the proper resources in place to teach financial literacy to teenage students across the United States. 21 explained in a statement while he had a hit song called Bank Account, he in fact knew almost nothing about bank accounts while growing up. "As I have gotten smarter about financial management, I realize how empowering it is to control your money rather than to be controlled by it," 21 said. "I want to help kids with a background similar to mine to get smart about their money." The initiative finds the 26-year-old team up with a non-profit Juma and Get School to serve the underrepresented youth and bring his vision to life. With finance not a major topic of study in schools, Savage wants to make sure that kids avoid predatory credit card companies and not to make the mistake of being locked into high-interest loans and accumulate debt at a young age. Even though the Slaughter Gang rapper's freedom remains in limbo, 21 is more confident than ever that he will be able to provide for his family in America thanks to support from the community at a high-powered legal team. "It's like putting bulletproof glass in front of a bulletproof vest," Savage told the New York Times. "I'm going to stand up already. This vest already going to stop any bullet you throw. And y'all going to help put some glass in front of it too. This can't be stopped. We a tank now. We was already the army. Now we coming in tanks."
This year, we're taking financial literacy to a new level. I partnered with Juma and Get School to create a program that helps you invest in your future. Each month, I release a new badge on GetSchool.com where you can go deep on making money, credit, and saving and investing. Head to GetSchool.com now to get started. 21.
On Tuesday night, Atlanta rapper Gunna hit the stage at NYC's Gramercy Theater in Midtown Manhattan for the collaborative show with Tidal, just 4 days after the release of his debut album, Drip or Drown 2. Outside of Gramercy, there was a gaggle of people bunched up at the door and several men desperately pushing women aside to rush through and catch up with their friends who had already made it past security. Inside, Brooklyn rapper Casanova and Afrobeat superstars Davido were spotted in the crowd. Bartenders hanged out free bottles of water with Drip or Drown, replacing the original labels. Production hurried to the test overhead shots on a camera dolly for the live stream. Some concert goers were gifted with tickets via Tidal, and there was a short promo video that ran before the start of the show, with clips of fans accepting. One man named dropped his Lil Pump is hitting the road this spring after freeing his Harvard Dropout album last week. Pump announced on Tuesday night, February 26, that he would be embarking on a joint tour with Little Skies, kicking off in Seattle on April 19. The 17-day track will rumble to later stops in San Francisco, Boston, New York City, Philadelphia, Atlanta, Dallas, Houston, and wrapping up in Los Angeles on May 22nd. Tickets for the general public are scheduled to become available on Friday, March 1st, but pre-sale tickets are now on purchase at Ticketmaster with the use of promo code DROPOUT. Contrary to previous reports, Harvard University confirmed that Lil Pump will not be giving their commencement speech in May, as they will be sticking with German Chancellor Angela Merkel. In a statement from the university released to Consequence of Sound, Pump will actually be doing a live interview with WHRB Harvard Radio in Thursday, February 28, where he will be taking questions from listeners throughout the student-run event. Selena Gomez was spotted leaving a recording studio in Los Angeles on Tuesday night, February 26. Gomez recently released a new collaboration with Benny Blanco, Tiny, and J Balvin. The 26-year-old artist was also featured on Julia Michaels' song Anxiety from Michaels' 6-song EP Inner Monologue Part 1 that dropped in January.